what gave you the confidence then to give it a go? Because that's, as you say, there was multi dimensions to the challenge that you were facing. Yeah.
Well, I think I haven't really thought about that question, but my spontaneous answer is I was so far out of my element, being an American, recruiting into Europe, not having bike experience, trying to recruit into the bike industry, that I felt like there were several ways success could be gathered. If you and your firm had been able to find great candidates, but not been that great at screening, that's still success, because I could take it further. If you've been great at finding great candidates and great at screening, then maybe my job gets easier. And maybe the third level is finding great candidates, great screening, and then being a thinking partner in making a decision. I just sort of made those three little nouveaux up. But really any of them would have given me traction. And but if you'd only been able to help in the first few fragments, then that would have put more pressure on me and my discernment to make a decision a little bit in a lonely way. And then, of course, the further up those levels you were able to go, it maybe took some of the pressure off me, even though I was ultimately accountable. It took some of the pressure off me to make an isolated decision. So I think my point is that I threw it over, and I would have been happy with degrees of success on that. But it was also a place where you could try to showcase all of those different types of assistance.
So where, you using your example of the different levels, where did I end up on with that with you?
Yeah, on that one,
Maybe not.
It was 9 years ago.
Maybe not even just at the beginning, but over time, though. Maybe.
Yeah. It'd be much easier to answer it over time, because with that particular search, when we found the right candidate, and I spent my first hour with him, I was pretty much 99% sure this is the person I wanted. So yeah, to answer your question over time, I think that through various reasons that hire went well, and then we went for another one, and that went well, and then so some confidence started being built, me and you, some continuity started being built, so you understand us, so maybe it doesn't take quite as long to set the table of what we're looking for. And so there was some momentum being built that made the processes as we move forward more efficient, and maybe even more effective, which those sometimes are the same, sometimes those are different variables. And so, I think that momentum was gained over time, and trust. It's not that you had to earn my trust, but just ease of communication became, or efficiency of communication, and eventually also with some of your staff started happening. I have some other thoughts qualitatively, if you want me to give those as well, too.
Please. Yeah.
Sure. So I haven't worked in companies over maybe 200 people, and I haven't worked in a company that's super specialized, like, I don't know, software or aviation or something like this. So, and we've through the years looked for a lot of different types of roles. And so you being somewhat of a generalist, in my opinion, was helpful to us. But I just found that you had patience, you had curiosity, you always sought to listen and to understand. You were happy to take pieces of those levels or all of those levels, depending on what we were looking for. Sometimes we weren't looking for a thinking partner. Sometimes we were just looking for a candidate pool. And so I guess flexibility and adaptability is what I'm saying there. But something else I also appreciate about you and your firm is, even though most of the fee structure was success-based, when we ran into a brick wall and we had to go backwards or restart, I didn't feel pressured or didn't feel discouragement coming across from you, even though it might have meant twice the work on one hire. I guess the perseverance is a characteristic, or maybe a strategy could be someone seeing the long game, someone seeing a relationship game, rather than seeing a transactional situation. I felt like was a good fit for me and a good fit for Ampiolo, which is what I think that is part of your brand.
Yeah.